Well, good evening and welcome to Ollie Campbell Park for this AIL Energia Premier League game between Old Belvedere women and Wicklow women. Joining me in the commentary box today, I have James Cresswell.
Good evening, all.
And from Wicklow, Emma Kern. Emma, pleased to be here.
Very pleased to be here. Looking forward to a great match. It's going to be a real big dog fight between Old Belvedere and Wicklow today.
Well, both teams doing well in the league, third and fourth for Wicklow, 3 wins out of 6, going well for you.
Yeah, definitely. It's an amazing improvement this season. It's great to see the girls finishing. Last year we finished in 7th place. It's great to see them up in 4th place today.
It's brilliant. Only 12 points off the top of the table. An aspiration perhaps for Wicklow going forward. And you're on a 3-game running streak in the league?
Yeah, we had a really good defeat last week against a really strong Galwegian side. Both teams battled it out to the very end, but Wicklow were lucky to come away on top.
So that's one of the 3 wins, and the previous 2 as well?
So we had Sultonians the week before. That was a great game to watch. It was an absolute dogfight yet again, but Sultonians were a little bit unlucky and we just suddenly ran away with it, which is great to see our hard work paying off. And then the week before, we had UL Bows, which was a very, very close game. Unlucky for us to come away with the lose, but we had Ballincollig then, which was a draw too, and Cook with a win.
Well, it's a good season so far for you.
Yeah, definitely.
Belvedere, of course, who have lost their last 2 games. I think the last game was against Railway. You'll have to excuse me, I'm a little bit rusty on the results. And in this fixture last year, as you see the Belvedere team up in front of you, this fixture last year was the first game of the season, and it was a tough one for Wicklow.
Yeah, it definitely was. I think it was one of our toughest games we had. We came away with quite a big score difference. Belvedere came away with the win. But being our first proper year in AIL, I think the girls got a bit of a shock, to be honest. But we still put up the fight, just unlucky, and definitely came away with a lot of things to improve on and a lot of things that we learned, which was it's the main thing about being in AIL. You learn a lot from the other teams you're playing against as well.
Well, best of luck to Wicklow today. They're chasing that 4th spot in the top 4 for the playoffs. There's only 2 regular games after. Is it 2 more after this, or?
We have Railway next week, and then I think it goes into the semi-final and final, I believe.
Excellent. Also joining us today, James Cresswell. James, do you want to take us through the Wicklow side there?
Yeah, it's I'm told it's quite a strong side. So we have, as you can see in the front row there, we have Linda Dempsey, Emma Douglas, and Lauren Barry. Backed up there by Rachel Griffey and Caitlin Griffey as well. I assume that they're siblings.
Yep,
very good. And then we have also Nicola Schmidt and Jessica Schmidt. It sounds like the same situation.
Definitely is.
Then we have Neve. I won't even try that underneath that. And follow that by Roisin Stone, Beth Roberts, and to fill out the back line, Sarah Gleeson. Is that?
Aveen Stone.
Thank you very much. Megan Parkinson.
Nisha O'Reilly.
Okay, that's not too bad. And Ella, I followed up with number 15, Ella Roberts, as the fullback.
There are the 2 teams for today. The referee calls the captains to the middle. It's a beautiful evening. Floodlights are on. Of course, we're now into the depths of autumn, deep into November. And the 2 teams will start up by lining up on the 15-yard line. Well, that was a minute's silence there for, in fact, the Wicklow man himself. Played for Greystones for many years, played for Ireland 17 times, and was manager of the Irish team for 4 years. That's Paul McNaughton, who passed away recently. Impeccably observed minute's silence. So the teams swap ends now. Belvedere will be playing left to right. Wicklow obviously right to left. These jerseys are quite similar. It's a good job it's not too muddy today. Belvedere will kick off and Wicklow will receive that kick-off. Referee's ready for us now. It'll be Dara O'Brien to get us underway with her left foot. And that one's allowed to bounce, but it's well picked up.
By Linda Dempsey there for Wicklow, our number 1.
She's done a fine job.
Nicola Schmidt clearing out that rough. And a big carry from Lauren Barry, our captain today.
And that's a very promising start from Wicklow. And the kick to relieve the chase is there. Oh, and it's been allowed to bounce, but it's collected. Beats one on the outside, 2.
Great hit from Rachel Stone there to put them into touch.
Gemma Farrell doing a fine job there. Quite a frenetic opening, but I think Wicklow will be very happy with that start.
Indeed, absolutely. This is waiting for the nerves to settle, I'm sure. But yeah, good positive start from both teams. So just waiting for the line out now.
Emma Douglas will be putting into this line out for Wicklow. And that's a super throw and catch.
Great work
Scrum
from Jess
half
Smith there.
with a pass that she'd rather forget, I suspect, but it's worked out well. Nice setup in the middle of the park.
Great ruck in there.
And the referee has spotted a knock on, and Belvedere looking to take this ball on now. Alice O'Dell goes to ground. Ball goes out to the left.
Nice break there, nice run up the line.
And that's a super break by Belvo. They're looking to puncture the line close to the ruck. And that's well played by Gemma Farrell. She saw the player was retreating and passed straight into her, and the referee had no choice but to give the penalty.
Well, just to start the Belvedere you want. But, you know, it's a good Wicklow defence there as well. So I think they just need to let their nerves settle and, you know, clear this out from here and we'll see what happens. But it's a good opportunity now for Belvedere.
Well, they've decided to go for the points. They're taking the kick here. See the tee being brought on.
No. Have a go.
It's a fairly tough angle there, so it's going to be good confidence boost if these go through the sticks.
Well, she'll be kicking with her left foot. Might not be the right side of the field for her. You can see from the Belvedere players across the line, they're going to be chasing this one up all the way. Kick is underway. It's gone to the left of the post.
Ooh. Great reaction there from Old Belvedere.
Well, I spoke about the following up of the kick, and it's worked on this occasion. Can't really afford to let a ball bounce like that.
No, definitely not. Slow reaction from Wicklow there. I think this try will definitely wake them up and hopefully they get back out there and start get going.
Well, it's just a start that Old Belvedere absolutely wanted to get a score in the first couple of minutes. Magnificent, yeah, really good follow through there for the girls to run through and take advantage of that. So that's a start that every team would dream of. So we'll see what happens here. Can she kick it? Oh, hits the post.
Post.
Comes off the post. There's no conversion on this occasion. The score now. 5-0 to Old Belvedere, and 4 minutes gone, and that's just the start they wanted. Here's the replay. The penalty went to the left of the post, but was allowed to bounce, and at that stage, Gemma Farrell swooped on it. So now Beth Roberts will restart the game for Wicklow. It's a low flying kick, and that's well taken.
Very good take.
Aoife Dalton doing fine work there, making a few yards, finding the safety of her forwards. Gemma Farrell using her forwards again.
Player down, yeah.
Yeah, player down. Pretty hard there, I think.
Neve Drummer, I think, might be down.
Well, medical attention has gone straight out to her, and in the meantime, the game continues. That ball's been allowed to bounce 3 times, which really limited the amount of time. That's good play from Belvedere, but now the whistle has gone. The referee awarding a penalty. And this will give Belvedere the chance to get some territory. But at this stage, I think he's going to call time off and allow the medical attention to continue.
Yeah, it's something you don't want to see on definitely something you don't want to see on the first opening couple of minutes. Someone go down, and we have to rely on the screen now. So we were just laughing. We've lost some of our visuals from spectators taking up prime positions, but that's we'll get through. We'll get through. Anyway, the game's been stopped. We'll see what's happening now.
Yeah, it's Neve Drummer down there, getting medical attention. She's our player coach this season, and last season she's stepped up to take on the defensive coach role this season. Right. So doing a lot of work with the girls. So fingers crossed she's okay. She's a key player out there. She has Ireland's.
Well, she's up at the moment, which is a great sign. So
yeah. I think she's going off.
Yeah, I think it's probably the knock that she had. I think would go off.
Definitely.
Have a bit of medical attention. Check out to see if she meets sort of criteria of concussion, etc. Or what a point doesn't.
Here comes Becky Condon on in replace of her.
Would you mind updating the Belvo group? I don't know who scored that. Jared, okay.
Well, penalty had been awarded. Belvedere opted for the scrum. And with the enforced change on the Wicklow side, Belvedere will be looking to push home this advantage. Gemma Farrell puts in, as is the
that's an
absolutely
fantastic.
Fabulous scrum from Wicklow down.
Fantastic.
The ball at the base now for them. And suddenly, Beth Roberts puts the kick in, but it's well taken by Anya Donnelly.
Lovely hit by Rachel Stone there.
She had to make that hit, but that is ominous for Old Belvedere. The Wicklow scrum absolutely marched forward. But now, with that kick from Beth Roberts, Belvedere get the chance to clear. And the whistle has gone for another penalty. A little bit of indiscipline there from Wicklow. And that will give Old Belvedere a chance to relieve some pressure. Must have been pleased with the way that scrum went, Hannah.
Yeah, definitely. I think our scrums is something we've been working on for the last 2 weeks, and it's actually been working really well for us. We actually have a new scrummage coach on board with us this year, Bull, and he's been doing a lot of work with us, so it's great to see the improvement. Well,
that kick didn't make touch. Ella Roberts following her own kick. Play developing. The touch judge on this near side has his flag out for foul play. Referee hasn't seen it yet. Play still continuing. Oh, and another one allowed to bounce, and that bouncing ball is causing Wicklow problems. They really have to get to those before they hit the turf.
Yeah, just hit a wall of black and white there. No space. They get their penalty.
Old Belvedere not rolling away from that one. this will give Wicklow a chance. And now finally the touch judge going in to have a word with the ref about his raised flag.
Hello. You're grand. My camera life. Normally the touches don't.
Lots of pointing going on, left and right.
What? With 4 cameras. Or three cameras.
So, penalty awarded. Referee offering a choice. And unsurprisingly, they marched 20 yards down the field. They're saying it was a no-arm tackle. And not
Good
surprisingly, Wicklow have decided to go for a scrum.
Definitely have to utilise that scrum now, seeing how we've got Old Belvedere on the back foot there at the scrums. A little doubt in their mind, so definitely a smart move from Wicklow to call that scrum.
Oh, absolutely. With the power they showed in the previous scrum, that's really the only decision to make, wasn't it? It was fantastic move by the captain. The ball's fed in, and yes, look at that power.
Becky Condon picked from the ruck there, or from the scrum, and turned over.
Well, again, that Wicklow scrum providing the power. Unfortunately, after that, it went a little bit pear-shaped, and that's allowed Belvedere now to clear. They'll take the line out now, halfway between the 10-yard line and the 22.
Wicklow has shown some good signs here. It's a good fight back. They've been pushing very hard down the pitch in the last 5 minutes or so. Just can't seem to capitalise on the strength that they've shown, but ball got there. Yeah, it's going to be a knock on. So back to the scrum, and we'll see where this develops and where this takes Wicklow.
Well, they couldn't ask for a better attacking position just outside the 22 with that powerful scrum right in the middle of the pitch, opening up both sides. What do you think is going to happen here now?
Many things could happen. I'm hoping they don't give away any more penalties after the scrum, after doing all the hard work. So fingers crossed they played a bit safe until they sort themselves out. Another great scrum there.
Well, again,
Becky Condon
marching.
keeping it in there at the back. Great work.
That's
Fantastic
super work
scrum
for a
from the
penalty.
girls.
Belvedere certainly aren't going to want to give away too many scrums today.
Beth Roberts probably going to go for the posts here.
Bit of discussion, and
Yeah.
finally the decision is made. Time to go for the posts.
No, there's nothing like getting points on the board, isn't it? Just to sort of calm things down, keep you in a touch. You know, it's, know that you're actually only one more kick, and you can be in control. You can be in front. So it is the right decision, and this is a great opportunity, the best opportunity they've had so far. So let's see what happens. But great scrum work there.
And again, the power of the Wicklow scrum is very evident there. And again, they've picked up this penalty. You can see time and time again, they are just walking the Belvedere pack backwards. And that has got to be so heartening. A good kick, 3 points on the board, 5-3 now.
Great kick from Beth Roberts there.
13 minutes gone, and this is promising to be a very tight battle.
This is the sort of thing you want to see on a good evening like now. A very well balanced sort of competition happening on the ground at the moment. It's fantastic. So let's see what happens in the next few minutes.
Well, third against fourth in the table, and it's certainly working out that way. That's a good high drop kick to start. And again, Wicklow let it bounce. It's cost them a try, and it's cost them possession on a couple of occasions now. Coming down the blind side. Oh, Alice O'Dowd
Rachel Griffey seemed to have ripped the ball there. Oh, penalty.
No release in the tackle. Referee right on top of that. One gets the feeling that Belvedere will put this one further into the corner and look to take it on from there. Dana O'Brien with the ball, and this may actually suit her left foot. It'll be interesting to see how close to the corner she gets it. Well, again, just through a bit of indiscipline and letting the ball bounce, Wicklow find themselves 90 yards away from the Belvedere line. Down in the right-hand corner. Rachel Murphy will want to hit her targets here now. Oh, what a super take, one-handed take. Goes out across the back line. Plenty of local support. It's a very good crowd here today. Wicklow have...
Let's go, Belvo!
It's come out again. They're driving for the line. That might not be where they have the advantage at the moment, and instead it's now going out to the backs. Super tackle.
Great hit there from Sarah Gleeson and Roisin Stone.
Good defence here.
These fabulous pictures brought to you. Driving in. Now, Farrell brings it out. Clodagh Dunn with a driving run. Makes it close to the line, but not there. Melissa Dowd, I think, is waiting to receive this one. And she will take on the entire Wicklow pack, but it doesn't take that many to bring her down. And it's going wide now. Oh, pass put
Very
down.
unlucky there.
Well, it was a great effort, but the pass was at the feet, and that made it tough to pick up. So Wicklow now get a chance to clear their lines. They'll be looking to get another penalty from this scrum, I'd say.
Definitely.
Well, that was great defence. Great pressure from both sides there. Just forced the error. That was very exciting. You know, they got within, I think, probably a metre of the line, and you could almost, well, from a Belvedere point of view, taste the next thing. But there was great, excellent sort of defence there by Wicklow, so they'd be very happy about that. But I'm sure that takes a lot of toll on the body. So we'll see.
Well, it's true. Constant defence does, but in this game so far, both sides being put under the cosh for various reasons. Belvedere in the scrum. Some of Wicklow's problems have been self-inflicted. But again, look at this power. Better scrum from Belvedere. Well, very unusual to see a referee giving a penalty against a scrum as dominant as Wicklow's, but he saw something there, and Farrell spins it out wide. He's gone as far as the wing. Just can't get round the defence there.
Solid defence.
Penalty to Belvedere is to come if they get no advantage here. I have to say I'm quite impressed with the defensive line of Wicklow. It's doing a fine job. There's no easy way through it, that's for sure. Clodagh Dunn, though, looks to get to the... Oh, that's a super offload.
Great bit of play there. Yeah, it was a great offload. Good vision. Saw a teammate coming through and just flicked it behind her. Just absorbed the players and created that gap. And just played off.
Well, very similar to South Africa's try last week where Esteban, he offloaded above a tackler as well. But that was good and good support, and that's a second try for Belvedere. And with this one right at the post, one would expect the conversion to go over.
Yeah, I think she'd be delighted with this positioning. This is, if you're going to be a kicker, this is kind of one of the dream kicks to have. But good resilience there by Wicklow. They really showed a lot of strength, a lot of spirit. It was hard work to get through.
Yeah, definitely. There's a couple of big hits there from Linda Dempsey and Nicola Schmidt there.
But this one here, bang, she just...
It's a great pop.
Enough vision there to get a teammate, and she's delighted with that.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
she should be, but, it was tough work.
Gemma Farrell with the try. Dana O'Brien with the conversion. And that takes the score out to 12-3. So we're halfway through the first half. 12-3 to Belvedere. But this by no means is a one-sided game. This is very competitive. And Wicklow will be looking to hit back straight away from this.
I wouldn't be disheartened at all if I was Wicklow. I mean, that's just tries going to come and go. They're well and truly in this game. They're actually a very even match for Belvedere so far, for what I've seen. So they just need to keep their head in the game and don't be phased and just keep working hard.
Now, another kick-off is allowed to bounce. It does cause difficulties, but this time Belvedere seem to have got away with it. They're playing with the forwards. Just trying to drive somewhere up the pitch, but this time they infringe. They're coming in at the side. Another penalty to Wicklow, and as good as the kick was that brought them the first 3 points, is now the time that they'll be looking to go to the corner.
Yeah, definitely. They need to play smart rugby here. Seem to put Old Belvedere under pressure when we get up into their half, so definitely to stay up here and keep them on their toes.
Well, we've stopped the game for a moment now. Not too sure of which side is suffering the injured player. Can't quite see through the crowd. But the referee's happy enough to continue. And Wicklow have opted, unsurprisingly, for a scrum. That will tie up 8 of the Belvedere players, because they'll be fully required to push against this juggernaut of a Wicklow scrum at the moment.
Fingers crossed the scrum goes our way.
They've definitely got the power tonight.
What a class
just
scrum.
drive forward.
Lovely stuff.
One gets the feeling that they might opt for another scrum here, move that one 5 yards forward, get another penalty and repeat.
It'd be the smart move, but also have Beth Roberts with the boot there, so... Oh, scrum again. No surprise there.
Well, when your scrum is working that well...
Absolutely. Keep going with it.
Roisin Stone must be delighted at playing behind such a dominant pack.
Yeah, definitely. She's actually our youngest player. She's only 18 years old. She's one of the Stone sisters. Her sister Avian's out in the back line there playing 13.
You're a team of sisters, aren't you?
We have 7 sets of sisters on our team.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's some sort of record.
Literally, like...
So if they all play, who's the single person who gets... There's no triplets.
I know. No, unfortunately not. Maybe next season.
Well, the Wicklow scrum half just having a word with the ref. Everyone's taken on some water. And again, Belvedere scrum trying to get nice and tight. Straight spines, trying to provide some resistance to this. I've used the word juggernaut already. You'll hear it again.
Great.
As long as this keeps moving. But this time, the referee's decided.
Again, circular there.
Driving in at the side, he's saying. Well, he's the man who makes the decisions, so we'll go with that. That's a fine kick clearance. Brings play up towards the halfway line. And Rachel Murphy, she's found a target so far today. She'll be looking to do the same now.
Good pressure relief there from an Old Belvedere point of view. Disappointing from Wicklow that they couldn't keep that momentum going. But
Rough it through there. Very unlucky. There is a bit of a wind out there, though, so I suppose hard to get every target every time.
yeah,
It's that throw to the back of the line, of course, which always has the most potential to go wrong. And it's gone wrong on this occasion. And the last thing that Belvedere want to be doing is to be giving Wicklow opportunities to use their scrum.
that's what's happened.
But it seems that every scrum at the moment is resulting in a penalty one way or the other.
Yeah, there hasn't been any breakthrough to feed off to the team yet.
Again, the Belvedere side doing their best. Claude are done. Aileen Anthony in the second row, trying to hold things together, but they've popped up.
Becky Condon doing a great job to keep the ball in there, and the penalties awarded after the hard work.
She's doing a super job at number 8.
She is,
and there she is, exhorting her teammates by pointing to where the scrum started and where it's ended up. She's well aware of the power and the ground they're gaining as a result. Not only the 8 metres they gained in the scrum, but what they get from this kick as well. They call for another scrum. And, well, I'm not surprised, are you?
No, not at all. Hopefully it goes our way this time, though.
Well, yeah, there have been a couple of penalties that the ref has given against this powerful Wicklow pack. Just technical issues perhaps to be ironed out. And of course, you have to play to the referee's interpretation. Here they go again.
Another strong scrum. Penalty again.
He's awarded it. The penalty's in the same spot now.
I think it's time to have a word to the Belvedere team.
Few words there.
I think that was a warning.
I think it was.
I think she's folding up and folding in. Now, on a couple of occasions, it's worked for her because the Wicklow player has been penalised for driving in. But on this occasion, the referee's had a very firm word. Now, surely Wicklow are going to go for another scrum here. They'd really be looking to get ground from it, but not only that, putting that prop back under pressure. Ola McAuliffe is the one who's feeling the huge amount of pressure that Wicklow are bringing in the scrum. And I have to say, the Wicklow number 8 is doing a fine job of controlling the ball back there.
Yeah, definitely. Becky would be one of our most experienced players from Crack. She's been playing for about over 20 years. So yeah, it's great to have her there at the back of the scrum, keeping control and keeping everyone cool and calm. That experience definitely goes a long way with a lot of our very young players on the pitch.
You just can't buy that sort of experience and leadership.
No,
and
definitely
in such
can't.
a pivotal position, it's very important. So, Wicklow line out just outside the 22. You can see there our camera person just behind the linesman. She's doing a fine job this evening. There's an example of her work. Really is great coverage that Old Belvedere are providing to our viewers.
Emer Douglas thrown in there.
Lots going
Great
up for
take
it.
from Jessica Smith there.
And indeed it was. And sometimes if it's behind you, you're better off just leaving it alone. It was tough. And here we see a change on the Belvedere side. Vic O'Mahony coming on. And I think she'll be going on. Now she's coming in here somewhere, and that's a change in the front row. Generous round of applause, but it shows you just how the game is going in the scrum, that Belvedere have made this change bright and early. Alice O'Dowd, the one to make way. Oh, you see here already.
Bit of bother there.
Vic O'Mahony has slipped right in under her opposite number. And of course the referee straight round to this side to see what was happening there. And there's a medical timeout now. Well, again, technical questions being asked of the referee.
Yeah, I wonder what sort of toll this or what impact this is going to have on towards the end of the game. You know, with this such pressure from both teams, who's going to run out of legs first? You know what I mean? Is the last 10 minutes going to be favoured in Wicklow's favour? Just with the extra strength that they've been able to employ, etc. It's going to be interesting to see, from my point of view, how that pans out.
I know, I said I just chance it, but then again...
No, it's just no better safe than sorry.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Well, medical attention all taken care of. Belvedere has the scrum, just on the 22, on their own 22. And
Ball's out quickly.
pick out. Oh, and that's super play.
Great hit there. Penalty.
Well, she didn't allow the contest, and it's cost Belvedere the penalty. And
It's
guess
scattered
what?
there from Wicklow, but they got back onto it there. Got the penalty. Just what we wanted.
Referee pointing to the sideline again. This time, Megan Parkinson receiving some attention on the Wicklow side. You cannot fault the commitment of these women. This is a very competitive game, very strong, very tough.
There's Niamh Drummer coming back on into her A position and Becky Condon going off.
Well, Wicklow will be hoping that doesn't make too much difference to the strength of the scrum. Another one goes in, and again the power
Great
is there.
scrum.
And the change in number 8 made no difference at all.
Ball to Graham there. Oh,
Well, that was unfortunate.
unlucky there.
Just a slight knock on as Belvedere came flooding through. One felt that the Wicklow players didn't realise that they had more time than they thought there to tidy that up, and it just slipped forward.
Bit unlucky there. First time they've actually had to break away from this run for quite a while, and like you say, I just think that they were looking to see where they were going to throw it as opposed to waiting to get it into their hands. Just maybe panicked a little bit. Not panic's the right word, but just didn't realise, like you say, they had more time than they thought.
Yeah. It's the first time the ball actually kind of got out to the back line there, so I think it was just a little bit of panic, unfortunately.
Right, every other scrum had resulted in a penalty. This time, Belvedere
Great tackle there from Nisha.
get it
I
away from
believe.
the base of the scrum quickly, get it across the back line, and make some good ground down the left-hand side. And now they go back down that left-hand side. And a knock-on gives Wicklow a bit of respite there. And see Coach Johnny Garth, the Old Belvedere coach, right on the edge of the technical area. You can see he's playing every pass himself. So we enter into the last 8 minutes of this first half. What a compelling first half it has been. Just a little bit of inexperience in letting the ball bounce allowed Belvedere to score that first try. And then the second one was because of a beautiful offload by Clodagh Dunn close to the line. Allowed Gemma Farrell to touch down. Another good scrum here, but this is much better for Belvedere. They're actually holding their own in this scrum for the first time in this half.
Sarah Gleeson with the left-footed boot there.
Well,
Big chase from Ella Roberts and from Megan Parkinson.
well, it's well picked up and well returned. Looking for space, she manages to
Bev
get it to
Roberts under that there. And another kick.
Oh, a bit of football tennis going on at the moment, backwards and forwards. Oh, that's unfortunate. She's knocked that on.
Rachel Griffey, one of the 7 sets of sisters there in the second row. Unlucky for her, but at least she went for it instead of letting the bounce.
Yep, I have no complaints. People who actually go for it. If it doesn't work out, so be it. But letting a ball bounce, especially a rugby ball with its peculiar shape and its peculiar bounce,
Definitely,
anything can
too
happen.
dangerous.
Gemma Farrell. Belvedere scrum looks more solid now. Now still taking a step backwards. And that's a good break into the midfield. And the referee spots a little knock on, and that's a shame.
Very unfortunate there for Old Belvedere. It was a good run.
Good siding run.
Here comes Caoimhe Malloy.
Caoimhe Malloy.
Another set of the Seven Sisters.
She slots straight into loose head.
Captain Lauren Barry coming off there for Caoimhe Malloy to go in front row.
So, who's the Wicklow captain now?
I would believe it is Niamh Drummond, I think.
Well, playing at number 8. She'll be taking on the added responsibility now, although most decisions seem to have been a collective decision. This is much better for Belvedere now. They seem to have sorted out those problems with the scrum since the arrival of Vicar
Nisha
Mahoney.
O'Reilly down the wing there. Absolute speed on her.
Well, that's a great bit of speed. And it needed the tackle. What a super break from her.
Roisin Stone picking and going there.
It's very important now that Wicklow hold their nerve here and don't make any mistakes. They've made great ground here. This is a good opportunity for them to score before...
Ball being turned over, unfortunately.
Commentator's curse.
It's a good kick down the line. Again, it's been allowed to bounce. Player has to turn to take the ball. But now with a bit of broken play. Super tackle in midfield.
Advantage there for Wicklow.
Penalty as Belvedere collapse over the top of the ball, and that's a super little kick from the out half. Doesn't come to anything, but you could see what she was thinking. She knew she had the penalty.
Jingles.
Yeah, Wicklow definitely had a plan there. They really want to get another score before half-time if they can. And Belvedere really want to hold it at least to what they've got now. So it's an excellent contest. Really exciting to see. And it looks like it's going to be just the 1%ers that are going to make the difference here. It's like they're so even.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, looking at this game today, I know it's not even half-time, but this time last year when we were playing Old Belvedere, I believe we lost by 60-0. So to see the girls playing like this today, 63-0 actually it was.
Sorry, Emma. Just wanted
Just
to
a
be
little off.
hysterically correct. Historically correct. Well, loads of people in high-vis jackets on the field. Elaine Anthony getting some attention to her neck. She seems to be okay at the moment. I think the guy in the high-vis jacket has just taken out a spanner to tighten up the nut in the back of her head. That'll keep the scrum cap on, and she returns to join her teammates. Anna Roberts missing touch. Oh, a super bit of interplay on the outside, and that's allowed Belvedere to show some of their handling skills. And they've made 30, 40 yards back to the point of the penalty, just with a couple of passes. Vicar Mahoney, she drives straight up the middle. And what a beautiful layback for Gemma Farrell. And now the kick down the ground. There'll have to be a chase here.
Great take from Ella Roberts there, and the kick and chase.
That's a super kick from Roberts.
And the bounce, the dreaded bounce.
Well, it could have gone anywhere. Oh,
bit of confusion there, and he was taking the ball. Megan Parkinson and Niamh Drummond both went in for it there.
Tackling each other there, one felt. Doing Belvedere's job for them. A little chip forward into open space, but the Westerners gone. The referee saying offside in front of the kicker. And he's gone right across the field. So with just 90 seconds, a minute left, really. Now, of course, I do have to say that I think there have been times the referee has called time off. So don't be surprised to see the clock going past 40, past 42. But for now, O'Brien with the ball to a left peg. A little bit sliced, but the most important thing is it made touch. Generous from the linesman.
She really wants to rack. Okay, come here. You alright?
Well,
Belvedere really need. Well, Belvedere have got their opportunity to try and get some sort of score before half-time here. If they can just be disciplined, be focused, try to at least get a penalty so they can have a kick. And they'd love to have a few more points on the board going into half-time. So, interesting stage of the game.
again, great camera work here. You'll see if this one's straight. Well,
Crooked again.
we didn't think it was, and the referee on the line is a touch judge agreeing with us. Assistant referees now, aren't they?
Yeah.
I come from a different era. You'll have to excuse my old-fashioned phrases. Sure, he's lucky I'm not calling the referee an umpire at this stage. Yeah. So it's gone down here to Wicklow. It will give them a chance to clear their lines as we come to the last couple of minutes. In this half, Gemma Farrell, well, she's making a beeline for the out half. You can see the way she's standing there behind the ref. You'd almost think the scrum half should be
Yeah, it looks like you're on the wrong side.
swap jerseys. Plenty of good support. You've brought a fair few supporters up from Wicklow with you today.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm sure.
Always travel well, to be fair to our supporters. They're great to us.
It's all
Wicklow ball.
an advantage to Wicklow as well. Gemma Farrell tried to take that ball out of the scrum. Well, she gets away with that one.
Big hit there from Ella Roberts. Great work.
She's really put her to ground there.
Nicola Smith and Aoibhinn Stone going in there, and Megan Parkinson going in to contest.
The penalty.
Advantage.
This time advantage and a penalty to Belvedere. Tackler not releasing. Referee quite clear in his signals. Ref Link unfortunately not working with us this first half. But his semaphore signals have been clear enough to explain his decisions to not only us here in the commentary box, but to the players and to the spectators. That is an absolutely super
Great
kick from O'Brien. Takes it right up to the 22. There'll certainly be time for the line out anyway.
Yeah, you'd have to think this is the last piece of play before half-time. That's an opportunity.
Well, it might be the last play before half-time, or there might be a couple of minutes left. We have had a few injuries.
Yeah.
And without the ref mic, we haven't been able to hear time off, time on, and that will certainly have added a few minutes. But you're quite right, James. I think that Belvedere will be looking to capitalise on this territory they have right now. Super. Throw, take, and pass out.
Great carry in there.
And again, the Wicklow line. Holding firm. Oh.
Ball to ground.
Ball goes to ground. Again, the quality of the pass causing as many problems.
Just what Wicklow needed here, scrum, to get back down into Old Belvedere's half now.
Well, unfortunately for you, unfortunately for Wicklow, it's actually a Belvedere scrum. The referee was playing advantage. And this gives Belvedere another chance to breach the line. Emma Tully, the right winger, has vacated this fine open side, blind side gap, standing right behind. She gets the ball now, looking for the gap, and it's not there. She is thumped to the ground. Great defence from Wicklow. Gemma Farrell tidying up at the base of the rock. And Belvedere inching forward bit by bit. It's contact now. Absolutely firmly resisted by Wicklow. But Belvedere retain the ball. They go a bit wider this time. And they've got possibly an overlap. Donnelly finds the winger eventually. Cover gets across. And again, Wicklow's defence doing an epic job. Belvedere throwing people at the ball.
Advantage again there to Old Belvedere. Wicklow really need to stay cool and calm and get these hits in, not give away anything else.
As we go into the 45th minute, according to our clock, of course there have been injuries and timeouts. Belvedere looking to go to the open side again. Gemma Farrell has been directing traffic, finds her out half. The kick out towards the wing. Oh, it's just not taken. But they knew that the penalty advantage was there. O'Brien taking a leaf out of Sexton's book. Anytime he sees the advantage, you can see him looking for Hansen on the wing.
Yeah, most definitely. That's what that reminded me of. It's very much, it almost came off. Just not quite as accurate. But it's excellent pressure. Great play by both teams. Now another opportunity now for Belvedere. They'll be desperately wanting to get this extra points.
Well, where Wicklow have been turning penalties into scrums, Belvedere tap and go. They like the loose play. Farrell comes back to the near side. And, that's again a super offload, makes a try. O'Brien could have gone for the line herself. She may or may not have got there, but just popping it on her outside. She knew the support was there, and that's a third try?
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
Clever play.
Yeah, very smart play.
Well, that was just what Belvedere wanted before half-time. Just to put a bit of authority onto the scoreline.
Oh, Belva had very good patience there. Just worked their way through the Wicklow defence there and got what they wanted.
Did you say at the beginning of the game that you have a new defence coach?
Yeah, we do. Niamh Drummer there. She's
Well,
our player coach, number 8 on the pitch.
Well, she's doing a fine job.
She is,
the
definitely.
amount of pressure that defence was under. And yet they just kept coming and coming with the big hits. And it was excellent play from Wicklow, although eventually the line did break. Oh, snapped at the kick. I think the player running out at her, Sarah Gleeson.
Yeah.
Sarah Gleeson, I think, did enough to put her off.
Definitely, yeah. Good work from Sarah there, yeah.
Well, that was a good try for Belvedere. You see, cutting back in, taking in 4 players, and then just popping it out the side and making it the easiest of touchdowns. Well, that's half-time. Either it's half-time or there's been a pitch invasion, but I'm going for half-time. So at this stage, not unhappy?
No, I think it's great work from Wicklow, to be fair. It's definitely a step forward compared to last season. We have a lot of things that we can work on, and hopefully now in the half-time chat that it'll be pointed out to them and they'll fix it and hopefully come back stronger in the second half and cut out letting the ball bounce, because I think that's what really killed us in the first half.
Well, it certainly cost us that first try, and it's caused problems elsewhere. James, how do you think Belvedere have gone over the first half?
Well, I think they've actually shown their dominance, but I think the scoreline doesn't really show the true the game. I mean, I think Wicklow played better than what the scoreline shows. Though, like you say, letting the ball bounce, they missed opportunities or let Belvedere come in. Belvedere had some issues as well, but they took advantage of the opportunities they got and were able to capitalise. I think that's what Wicklow need to look at for the second half. Wicklow got the ball down into Belvedere's half enough times that had the opportunity and just gave away too many penalties. So they need to just sharpen up on that, and I think they're right back in the game.
Well, yeah, I'd agree with you. I think Wicklow, if they could just tighten up a little bit, and there's been a few drop passes, there's been a few letting the ball bounces, but they certainly have the nucleus of an absolutely fine team there, and that scrum has been so dominant in the scrums that they have to be delighted with that. So at this stage, we'll just take a short break from you and give you some peace and quiet, and we'll leave you with the sounds of the crowd.
Every used car has a story. At Windsor Certified, all ours have a happy ending. Buy used with confidence. Windsor, drive happy.
Well, yeah, well, after what? So anyway, I get there. Then basically, I get to the end, and I get in my car, drive around town, go inside. At that point, I drive out with the sister. All that struggle, I just lost it. I love my sister. We had her about. And next minute, my sister. So I rang my sister. And then I said, I'm going to get up for a couple of weeks. And then finally, sister rang. Great.
Well, welcome back to Ollie Campbell Park here at Old Belvedere, where Old Belvedere women are entertaining Wicklow women. And after a pulsating first half, the score is 17-3. And this time, Wicklow will kick off the second half, playing left to right. With me in the commentary box, Emma Kern. Emma, how do you feel this second half needs to go for Wicklow?
I think Wicklow need to just kind of cut out the tiny errors. I don't think there's much difference between the two teams, to be honest. We just need to cut out our silly errors, and I think we'll be right back in this and hopefully get a couple of scores in.
Go back! Well, Elaine Anthony letting that one go through her hands, but she clears up her own mistake, gets to ground, and the ball comes back on the Belvedere side. O'Brien with that big boot has put it down, and it's another one that's going to hit the turf, and this time it's going to run away from the Wicklow player. It's gone down into the 22.
Don't.
You can hear the ref in the background warning players what not to do. People in front of the kicker getting involved in the play. He did say, you heard him on the ref link, don't.
You have to get back.
And they did. It'd be brilliant to hear the ref in this second half to see where his decisions are coming from.
Good kick there for touch.
Brian finds touch about 7 metres out.
She's just standing there, and then she went for the ball. So she needs to start making an effort to get back on side as well.
Couple of questions there from Leafy Drummond.
Make an effort to get backwards.
And the referee again being very clear, very educational in his decisions.
Definitely.
He's making it absolutely clear what they're for. Belvedere want to get this line out right.
Just lost in the air.
Oh. Wicklow ball, just what the girls needed.
Come down, just lost in the air.
Just
Practice here.
tapped forward as she went up for it. She took that first half catch in the line out with one hand, went for it again this time, but this time it just came off the fingers and went forward. And that will give Wicklow a chance to use this powerful scrum to help them clear their lines.
Just number 8 waiting for you. I need you in. Coach! Fine! Set! Yeah, it's just both teams going inside at the same time. Same ball.
Okay, so they're going to reset the scrum there, as you can hear from the referee.
Just the two of you, just keep it out for me.
Yeah, Wicklow really need to win this and get that ball out and clear.
Well, if the pattern of the first half is repeated, Wicklow will take the scrum forward and get a penalty. Well, there's the penalty. I think O'Mahony going to ground.
Number 12.
And it's a contact lens change. Perhaps she needs her reading contacts. No, there's nothing worse for a player if you lose one contact. I mean, end up winking at everybody in an attempt to see clear.
Okay, but just that one there, your knee just hit the ground, and then we both started to go in. Okay, so your knee's just gone down first before we've had any movement on the bind. Keep it up with the knee, and then we will reward whatever comes out of that.
Well, you can't get much clearer than that from the ref. He's explaining exactly what the situation is to the prop.
Yeah, definitely.
You've gone to ground
really
first.
good explanation. It's what you love to see in your referee, giving you the exact points to know what to do.
Well, rugby is one of those games where the referee really is an educator as well as an
definitely.
arbitrator. Well, the contact lens is now in. And now Wicklow have this chance to clear their lines. Not opting for the scrum this close to their line, but rather getting the ball. Super kick to touch.
Great kick there.
Maximising every inch out of that kick.
Here I go, No, it's just what the Wicklow needed to do. You know, after the barnstorming start there by Belvedere, it just gives them a few minutes to calm down now and take the initiative. Here we go. Let's see what the line-out's like.
Great take there from Jess Smith.
That's a
And
super
another
break.
break from Rachel Stone.
Stone doing a super job there, making 10 yards, setting the ball back nice and cleanly. And again, Wicklow now looking to use the big forwards, taking the ball forward and forward again. They've made 20 yards.
Rachel Stone gone again, I believe.
She's seeing the gaps and she's taking them on. And now forwards again, driving up the middle. This is what was needed.
No.
Scrum half required. Oh, that's put down on the ground. And again, it's these little mistakes that are costing Wicklow. If they could rule those out, it'd be a lot closer.
Box hook there from Megan Parkinson, former scrum half herself.
And that's a good kick back.
Great take from Ella Roberts.
And again,
She
Ella
sees the
Roberts
space
now.
out there.
She's heading out to the left-hand side of the pitch where she sees the gap. The player outside up. Back inside.
Leave
Oh, what a dummy. What an absolute fabulous dummy. Well, that's a shame that such a good move comes to an end with a penalty conceded. That dummy down the left-hand side there, that sold all of us, I think.
Class work there from Niamh Drummer and Ella Roberts, pairing up to get down that wing. Really good vision from Ella there to see that space out there. And even better for Niamh Drummer forward to get out onto the wing and take it on.
Yeah, great positive intent, really, absolutely. It was fantastic that they should have been, you would think that they deserved a bit more of a reward for that, but that's the game. That was fantastic play.
Well, the penalty didn't make touch, and it's given Wicklow a chance to spread this ball across the field. Draw and give, draw and give. Oh, what a thumping tackle.
Nice hit there. Good work there from Wicklow's backs to get into that ruck.
And they spurn O'Byrne White doing a super job with that tackle, stopping that move in its tracks. But Wicklow have kept the ball and they're bursting forwards again. Referee.
Penalty there for Wicklow, not releasing.
Well, tackler not releasing, and that's allowed Wicklow again to push the ball.
Great to see Wicklow picking up the momentum now, getting back into the game.
Been a good start to the second half for both teams. They're certainly throwing everything at this. This line out will take place just in front of the Old Belvedere dugout.
Just keep an eye on subs, just make sure that they let you know when they're bringing subs on.
The intensity's even higher. The intensity's even higher in this start of the second half as it was in the first half. Really
Perhaps they use the first half just as a warming up exercise, because both teams are throwing everything at this now.
Yeah, it's nearly a different match now.
Isn't it? Just the energy levels just seem to be up a notch.
Yeah, definitely. So much more hunger from both sides. Getting really competitive. It's great to see.
Well, here we go. Here's this replay again, and watch this. What a dummy to throw.
Great work
Completely sold the right wing up.
Nisha O'Reilly there with the pass, and then Avingstone with the carry.
Wow, super tackle that
Great
was.
hit from Elise there.
Super replays brought to you by our director. Niall, of course, more used to the more sedate pace of cricket. But he's on top of everything here.
Oh, is it? You all right?
So referee checks that the player's okay. That's Roisin, isn't it?
Yeah, Roisin Stone, yeah.
She's having a fabulous game. In fact, it's a marvellous tussle between herself and Farrell on the Belvedere scrum half.
Yeah, such a strong two scrum halves there.
Red.
Battling it out.
Belvedere, push in.
Oh, great steal there.
Farrell gets it out across the back line. O'Brien sees a gap, runs back to the safety of the forwards, makes some ground, gets to ground. And Farrell now looking for forwards to take this on. Echo Mahoney, what a drive.
Stay on.
And again, through the gap, gives the pass. Another pass as they go to ground. You can see that the players breaking through are still looking for the support. And it's worked well for Belvedere. Nice play down the wing.
There, yeah.
Gets past the first tackle, gets to ground, sets it back for Farrell. And it's been driven back in again.
Wicklow caught a bit off guard there. Old Belvedere making a couple of breaks through, and Wicklow have to scatter to get that tackle in.
Well, another penalty given, another kick. Oh, and that nearly fell into the bread basket. Emma Tilley, she was almost through there.
Just hold up, keep the flag. Just hold up, just on the flag.
Well, the support here at Ollie Campbell Park for both teams, wholehearted, and why wouldn't it be when you see such a feast of rugby served up in front of you? You can't help but get involved. So a few number of substitutes coming on here now, and who can blame these players? 50 minutes of absolute commitment. That was a super take in the line out against the throw.
11, Black coming into the ruck, leading with a shoulder, no hand in the tackle, okay?
In the tackle, sir?
In the ruck, diving straight in with a shoulder.
Okay.
So it's going to be a penalty against 11 Black.
Well, once again, the referee being absolutely clear and concise in his calling of the penalty. One suspects he got a bit of assistance from his assistant.
So we have 11 with a shoulder.
Well, that will give Wicklow the chance to enter into the Belvedere half. A good kick, definitely making touch.
Numbers.
Yeah, Wicklow just need to resettle here, start again. and basically do what Belvedere did, then just keep relentlessly putting pressure on, trying to find a way to punch through the defences and make a break, I think. A real good contest.
Another crooked throw, and Rachel Murphy won't be happy with that.
It's your option. Line out, line out.
Line out retake there. Smart decision.
Well, the scrum hasn't been exactly productive for Belvedere. You can understand why they've gone for the line out. Decision made about where the ball's going to be thrown. Just have to convey it now to the hooker. Belvedere stand up into the line. Wait for the signal. There it is. Good catch, good take. Going across the line, trying to burst through, but again, the Wicklow thin red line remains in place. Good tackle. Leslie Ring there, taking it up into contact.
Hey, use it now, use it.
That comes out. Again, just driving up before finally releasing the backs. Going for a gap that wasn't there. Oh, good sidestep, manages to get a 5-10 yards. One felt there was a suspicion of offside there.
Good chase there from Nisha O'Reilly to stop him from breaking down the wing.
Well,
oh, knock on there.
Assistant referee called the knock on. Referee trusts his partner, because refereeing and officiating these days really is a partnership between all three.
These days you need vision all over the park, don't you? So you need your support umpires.
Substitution there for Wicklow. Club captain Aaron McConnell coming back on after a long time injury.
Well, I'm sure her teammates would be delighted to see her back from injury.
Definitely, it's great to see her back out on the pitch. She's only been back the last couple of weeks, so she's coming in off the bench. It's great to have a strong bench out there as well.
Well, I think both sides need that, and they recognise the need
Definitely,
for
with
that
the hard
these days.
work they're doing.
I mean, there's a lot of work and a lot of hits going in here.
Keep it up here.
Referee sets the place.
Coach! 5, 6.
Great scrum there from Wicklow again.
Back to the dominance of the first half. The pass wasn't as accurate as perhaps was wanted, but it fell to the first centre, and she's put a kick down the field. And now another one that's found the turf.
Ella Roberts looking for the space again.
This is super little work, giving her forwards time to get to her.
Loretta Gilbert there picking out, sent backwards.
Belvedere trying to
Great
disrupt
rucking
these.
there.
Driving over the ruck.
Ball's there.
Another good pass and another good
Good
drive.
carry there for Emer Douglas.
Stay.
And just as importantly, she makes sure that, a poor pass undoes all the good work.
Carry back!
Another clearance from Sarah Gleeson there with her left foot. And
Well,
big chase from Nisha. So unfortunate there.
Absolute shame. O'Reilly came out of nowhere and suddenly was the only shirt in the vicinity, but the bounce of the ball just got away from her and she knocked it on. And Belvedere will breathe a sigh of relief there. If that had popped up into her hands.
She was gone if it did.
Oh.
There was no stopping her. The absolute pace on Nisha.
Yep. So more substitutions being made.
Wicklow have Saoirse O'Reilly out there on the wing as well, which is Nisha's sister actually. The two O'Reillys on the wings. Just as much pace on Saoirse out there too.
Okay.
Well, it must be in their genetics.
Definitely. They've both made some debuts for the Ireland and Leinster Sevens through their years, so
We'll live with that.
no surprise there.
There's just 15 minutes gone in this half. 15 gone. Still a while to go.
Time is off.
Come on.
Referee calls time on. And it'll be a scrum down to Belvedere.
Oh, that will go down as one of the what-if chances. That speed that she crossed the field there, and just would have been impressive to see if she had been undeflected. That wasn't to be, so we're moving on to the scrum.
As you can see, change at scrum half.
Great work there from Erin McConnell to Hunt.
Katie Whelan now at scrum half for Belvedere, doing a fine job there. Second row partnership of Don and Anthony.
It's miles forward.
Well, when the referee says it's miles forward, you usually hear that cry from the stands. Miles forward! But when the referee says it, you know, it must have been well forward. I actually thought she'd kicked it when that far
So did
forward.
I.
So, another scrum in the middle of the field.
Wicklow need to put in a big scrum here.
Coach! Fine! Set!
Well, Wicklow have this ball nice and
Use it,
secure.
use it, use it.
Referee telling them to use it.
Out the back.
Good
Nisha
play.
O'Reilly.
And O'Reilly again puts in the little
Lovely.
kick. And that's a super little kick. It's
Wow.
worked out really well for Wicklow. Gives them a touch
Great
inside
work
the
there.
22. She's quick, isn't she?
She's very, very quick. She's a class player. Great to see the back line actually getting their hands onto the ball and running their moves. I feel like they haven't had a clean cut at it yet. So it's nice to see them getting going again.
That's fine.
Absolutely. You know, it's 17 minutes now into the second half. Hasn't been any chance of a score yet. And this looks like it's going to be the first opportunity.
Mark for yourself.
Great opportunity for Wicklow to get back in.
Let's go.
Another substitution on the Belvedere side.
Let's go, ladies.
It's not the time you want to make a substitution when you're defending so close to your own line.
It's your ball.
Bit of confusion there in whose ball it was.
It's well played
Good line out
again.
there to the back.
Katie Whelan gets it out. Oh, they're taking it on. She's burst through 1, 2, 3 tackles there before finally being brought down to ground. Quick ball. Katie Whelan again going round the corner. Oh, a bit untidy with the ball.
That's fine.
Penalty
Oh,
there
that's-
for Wicklow. Holding on.
Again, holding on by Belvedere. It's cost them.
9. Just hold. It's on the 5. She's like the ball's here. We're here. We're fine.
The referee just taking a bit of heat out of the situation. Well, it might be a dark early evening. We're at that time of year now, but there's plenty of light on this pitch. Wicklow now will have line out. And again, as you said a moment ago, it'd be lovely to see them pushing this one across the back line.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely seems to be some talent there.
Yeah, there is. There's very, very talented girls out in that back line, so can't wait to see the ball hopefully get out to them again and see what they can do and potentially get over the line.
Or
Ball to hand for Wicklow.
referee had thought about letting that one go,
Fortunate.
but unfortunately,
Back of it.
oh,
Well,
that was eventually going to happen. There's been a bit of chat back with the referee, and now we get to hear it with the ref mic.
Mark this here. Mark this here.
And that's 10 extra yards, 10 extra metres.
Yeah, a bit loose there.
And that's a fine kick to touch.
The ball's moved.
That brings it right back up towards the halfway line. Referee obviously not going to take any back chat from any of the players.
You cannot keep moving forward, okay? She's instructing the play. If you keep moving forward with her in front, it's instruction.
Okay. I'm sorry, because I was grabbing her after reading I was
You have it?
Wicklow trying to explain to the ref how they weren't breaking the law.
Let's go, ladies,
And
let's
the referee saying,
not waiting.
You were. Well, Belvedere once again taking their time, setting the line out.
I bloody didn't. No, but I'll be doing my own commentary from here.
Sometimes people don't realise just how live we are. This ball does come across the back line. Big, powerful. Oh, that's a super tackle.
Big carry from Sarah.
Well, full commitment as she goes down. Another penalty. Belvedere caught on the wrong side again.
Right, no advantage there, number 6. I need to end there quicker.
I think he would have let that go for a bit.
I thought he might have let until somebody picked up the ball. I thought he might have let that go longer, but he's made his decision, and he's in charge, not us.
Let's get out of there quicker.
Well, I suppose there was no one there from the Wicklow team to collect that, so he decided to bring it back. But still in possession of Wicklow. Will they clear it now? Yeah. Again, they keep pushing up front. They just need to capitalise on these opportunities they have. Even at that scoreboard, just a little bit more. Keep them in the game. But it's very exciting play that they're doing, and they're not giving up an inch without a fight. So Belvedere need to watch out.
Yeah, definitely. I think Wicklow getting up into Old Belvedere's half, they're getting a bit more fire in their bellies, so hopefully they're able to push through and get some points on that board, because I think the scoreline at the moment isn't reflecting the game that's going on.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
Well, this is a fine opportunity for Wicklow now. Good
Great take from Jessica Smith up in the air there.
Pass, super pass from the out half.
Oh,
but it's
unlucky there.
Picked up by Belvedere, and this could be a break. Everything goes to ground. And again, just looking at the defensive line of Wicklow, they're doing a fine job of getting set back up. So, second neck on.
From there, no advantage.
Means that Belvedere will get the scrum. They did have the advantage. They wasted it by knocking it on themselves. And we'll end up with a scrum. Just inside the 10-metre line.
Unlucky knock on for Ella Roberts there. Beth Roberts seemed to see the space out wide and tried to get it out there, but just unfortunate to get the drop.
Katie Whelan about to put this one into the scrum. Oh, that's a mess. Well done to the referee who can sort that out.
Yeah.
I think it will just be a reset. Yeah, indeed. Even the referee wasn't sure whose fault that was.
Yeah, no. Bit hard to tell, to be honest.
When 16 players lie down at the same time, it's very hard to pin one.
Coach! Boys! Set!
Number 8 needs to pick up. Gets it out to the out half. Big kick down the ground. Another one that's hit the turf. And it's going to run into touch, is it? It's just picked up inside the line. Good tackle. Good follow-up from Belvedere. And Wicklow are being pushed into a corner here. Then, in fact, going for the kick.
Advantage just knocked on.
She's knocked it on, and it's been picked up by Belvedere. And this is a fine opportunity now for the Belvedere players.
Good tackle there from Loretta Gilbert. Wicklow need to calm down and set their defence now.
Playing advantage, you're off 17.
17 offside and well offside. She did make the tackle, but she has conceded the penalty. Another good drive forward, but this time it's knocked on. But 17 was well in front of the rear foot.
Yeah.
Number 17 offside.
See how dark it is on your screen with how bright the scoreboard is.
It's blinding.
Just to let you know, it is 17-3. And there are 65 and a half minutes gone. Having Reflink, of course, is a big advantage. It does allow us to know a bit closer to the time on the clock. So Emma Kelly has just taken to the field.
You thought there was 2 minutes.
Well, I don't know who thought there was 2 minutes left.
What time do you have on yours? I have 15 left.
And the referee's absolutely spot on. 15 left, and this game could still go either way. A couple of Belvedere players making their way to the sideline. Job done for the day. Leslie Ring, one of those. She's done a super job. We haven't called her name too often, but she's always deep into the action.
All good?
The referee asks if everything's all good. We signal back to him. Yep, we're fine over here.
Offside.
I think the key is going to be who can not panic, who can keep their head, because both teams in this half, once they clear the scrum, there seems to be a bit of a mad panic, and they, giving up errors too easily, it would appear. So,
well, James, quite right. It's the small little errors that are costing both sides, and both of those seems to be coming in the back line. But there we go, some more super defence from Wicklow, and they hold the player up.
Great work from Wicklow there to get underneath that ball. That was a hard try, I would thought, to stop, but they did great work getting under there.
Just goal line.
And the player,
make sure you're on side still.
The player who did so,
I believe it was Beth Roberts underneath that ball, kicking it out now.
Beth doing her best to drop kick out from the line. It's a tricky one to do. Really doesn't give you too much time. And a knock on from Belvedere will give Wicklow the respite they deserve. Yeah, Beth Roberts did a fine job of getting underneath the player there.
Yeah, definitely. She came out of nowhere.
I don't know if she deliberately got there or was just run over. I think there was an element of
whatever way it was, it worked.
It did work.
Let's go with deliberately. She knew exactly what she was doing.
Putting her body on the line.
Well, that's another example
Wicklow,
of the full
just
commitment.
make sure we're not having a step to the side before we start going forward, okay? Just watch.
Another good round of applause. Another Belvedere player makes her way to the sideline.
Forward.
At this stage, I think possibly both benches have been cleared.
Coach! 5, 6!
Should be a score.
Well, I have to say, I think the referee's done a fine job today. We haven't spoken too much about him, and certainly haven't spoken about his decisions that much. So always a sign of a good decision.
Over there.
And he's been consistent as well.
Well, you can't ask more, can you? Like you say, the least commentary you make on a referee basically by default means he's having a good match as well. Very cool, calm and collected, and it's very well explained.
Yeah.
Penalties that he's giving, decisions.
Let's go.
Really has the game under control, and the explanation seems to be great to the girls. I'd say as a player out there on the pitch, it's really helpful.
20-yard drive there from the number 8.
Fine.
Ball,
Back.
Ball's gone backwards.
Nisha O'Reilly dived on that. Good clear up.
She's done very well, O'Reilly there. Gemma Farrell no longer playing at scrum half. Retreating back, expecting the kick. And here it comes. And it just makes touch outside the 22. Little hurried. As you said, James, sometimes they're not realising quite how much time or space they have. And there's a bit of, if not panic, there's certainly a bit of anxiety about where the ball is or what they're going to do with it. It's the times when they've had the ball in front of them and they could see what's in front of them is when we've seen the best attacking play. That run down the left wing with the fabulous dummy.
Yeah.
It's always far easier to see what's going on in front of you. Caught at the back of the line out,
Good
makes a
take
couple
there,
of
yeah.
yards.
Stay on.
Queever guiding there, just making a yard or two, going to ground. And now good play again. And going wide right now. Good drive again. Vic O'Mahony making some ground, coming back to the open side. Good. Well, it was more a handing of... Oh, super steal.
Noelle Ward running up the pitch there.
jumping into a tackle.
They're using now.
Rachel Griffey,
Another sister.
just making her return from injury as well this season, actually. She had quite a bad knee injury last year. I think it's been a year and a half since she's played. Great to have her back.
Straight back into it, and what a game to come back into. If you have any worries about your body at all, you forget them in this game. Player was on the ball, but she wasn't allowed to pick it up, holding on, and that gives Belvedere a chance to put this one down into the corner.
Back is here.
The left boot of O'Brien, searching for touch and finding it. Flag goes up.
It's a real game of attrition right now. Just grinding, back and forth. Who's going to get the breakthrough?
Yeah.
Well, certainly both sides would have
Time is off and do we have a ball?
done all their fitness training pre-season. And at this stage, match fitness
Time is on.
is the defining quality you want.
Yeah.
Another good ball to the back of the line out. Another good take. Katie Whelan doing well to collect that one and pass it on.
She was on it.
And this
Lovely
time,
penalty for Wicklow. Great work there from the girls. Beth Roberts going quickly.
quick take, quick give. Still advantage.
Saoirse O'Reilly with the little chip in there.
Referee must have called advantage over. Belvedere get in there. But again, good work by Wicklow. Slows up that ball.
That's fine.
Another
Wicklow held the ball again.
misplaced pass. Puts it into Wicklow hands. Driving up the middle.
Oh, first there. She's first there.
She's the only one there. There's nothing wrong with that at all.
Leave it, Red. Leave it, Red. Leave it.
Well, the referee was very clear there. Leave it, leave it. Called it twice, pointed at a couple of players. Belvedere player at the bottom of
Tackle
that.
needs a clear release.
Staying down. Referee being absolutely clear. He did tell a couple of people to leave it alone, and they just couldn't resist the temptation.
Just under
I
8.
think Wicklow questioning the advantage that I believe they thought they had, but time was up.
Yeah, well, it was crystal clear.
Let's go. Clear release.
So what can happen in this last 10 minutes? Very important for Wicklow to try and get a score, but the defence of both sides has been absolutely incredible, and nothing seems to be getting through these walls of defence.
That's a super kick from O'Brien. Brings play just outside the 22, which is just about where you want it. So even if Wicklow do steal this line out, they won't be able to kick directly to touch. Belvedere setting the line out. Clodagh Dunn, Eileen Anthony. Just knocked down, and that's the sort of ball the scrum half doesn't want.
Just on the ground.
There's a knock on.
A couple of subs here for Wicklow. Linda Dempsey and Becky Condren come back on.
There's less substitutions these days than interchange. Players coming off and coming on again. Saw it in the Island game earlier on. Gibson Park went off and came back on again.
Yeah, you'd be hoping that your key players have just got enough legs now to survive the next 8 or 9 minutes. And hopefully drive someone's just waiting for something to give here.
Well, with just about 8 minutes remaining, you do have to think, Wicklow props just changing sides. You do have to think the Wicklow needs to score quickly.
Yeah.
They're 2 converted tries behind at this stage. They need to break through the Belvedere defence. This is a much better scrum for Belvedere.
It's a very good scrum.
Yeah. Tired legs there.
Another boot there.
Again,
Saoirse O'Reilly got that.
brilliant bounce, brilliant take off the bounce.
Balls out, balls out.
Ball's out.
Well,
Clearly obstructing, the ball is out.
Ball was out. And then the Wicklow player attempted to stop the Belvedere players flooding through to the ball that was out. But of course she was in front of the ball, and that just meant she was offside. Referee urging.
You're fine if it's a ruck, but the ball's come past the back foot of you, so you have to let her have it. You can't just shoulder it out of the way.
Again, very clear, concise reason for the penalty.
We need you in quicker.
He's trying to get Belvedere to speed up the game. Belvedere.
Time is off, just no ball.
Belvedere being very cute. They're looking to run down the clock at this stage. Game management.
Oh, absolutely. You know, the last thing Belvedere want to do is actually speed the game up. They're just happy to sit on this for the next 6 or 7 minutes. Just, you know, don't concede any more points. Just stay in this half of the ground. Yeah, and just make it. It's all has to be Wicklow now. It's just don't concede anything else.
Time is on.
Well, Wicklow chasing the game a bit now. Belvedere, of course, chasing a bonus point. One feels that they'd like that bonus point, but it won't be absolutely vital. Knock
on there.
Oh, Katie Whelan won't be happy with that. She's just leaning forward as she bent down, and that let the ball run off her hands. And that gives Wicklow another chance, another bit of possession. It's amazing. Everybody in both scrums look back to the benches to see if there are any more substitutions to go on.
Nearly like they're wanting to come off, too tired. Can't blame them though.
Would you want to leave such a good competitive game?
No, definitely not.
Referee
Same ball.
saying it was just twisted round. Nobody at fault.
Same ball.
He makes another good, big scrape mark on the ground.
Max, just watch that other side.
Groundsman's friend.
Coach!
Good calls coming out. You can tell what a competitive game this is, the way it's kept the crowd engaged. No Mexican waves here like there were at the Aviva. This is good, across the back line. They haven't done this enough, and you can see why they should have done it a bit more.
Nisha Riley managing to stay on her feet, fair play to her.
Well, she skipped out of that tackle. And again, going across the line.
High tackle advantage there for Wicklow.
I'm not sure. They want the stop-start of a penalty. I think they'd rather just go for it.
Play the game, yeah. Let the flow.
Okay, no advantage. Just high from number 17.
It was high, but it wasn't particularly dangerous.
No.
It just slipped up more than anything else, I feel.
Just yourself, number 17, high.
Well, as we enter into the last 5 minutes or so of this game.
About 3.5 left.
3.5 left. Thanks, ref.
He must have heard us.
Make a liar out of me.
That's fine.
So 3.5 left.
That's a decision.
Oh, that's another good touch find. Most important thing is to find touch.
Time off for player down again. Belvo player, I believe.
Yeah, no, you can do that.
Referee stops time with just those 3.5 minutes remaining.
Nice scores in the second half. Not yet, yeah.
Well, it just goes to show what a competitive, compelling game this is to watch, because I hadn't noticed. It's only when you say it that something you go, wow, there hasn't been.
What a game it's been, though.
We've been up and down the field a few times.
Yeah.
The defences of both sides have been very good. On the attacking side of things, there have been a few unforced errors on both teams. They'll be looking to sort of iron out the creases, I suppose.
Some more clear instructions from the referee there.
I thought you made a good point just before, where there's obviously a lot of speed in both teams, but they just haven't been able to utilise that. Haven't been able to find the width to get around the defenders. And that's something I suppose both teams need to look at, going forward, because they have some absolutely very quick players out there.
We need an option there.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's the one thing that I think we'd definitely be lacking today. If we managed to get the ball out to our wingers a couple more times, I think the score would be completely different. We had a bit of a rocky start with the ball going to ground a couple of times. I think the nerves were there, but getting into the game, they seem to be scratching them out. But it's been a class game now, so it's kind of hard to even get the ball anywhere for both teams. Great steal there from Rachel Griffey.
Rachel Griffey at the front of the line out, getting up high enough to deflect the ball back onto the Wicklow side. It's gone across the back line, and here's that pace that we were talking
Roberts
about.
out there, stepping for days.
Oh my goodness, she is stepping through player after player before she's finally brought down.
Great clear out there.
Great break.
Jessica Schmidt with the carry there.
Just gets to ground, and another penalty to Wicklow with a minute and a half to go in this game. Oh, well played. Good offload.
And Linda Dempsey.
Linda Dempsey with a sidestep she'd be proud of. She'll be reviewing this one later on. Well, that's one of the advantages, of course, of these broadcasts, is that the players themselves get a chance to see.
Yeah.
Whether it be with or without a coach, they can go in and go, oh, did I? Oh.
Oh, God.
Or the opposite.
Yeah. Watch themselves on replay.
So the referee's gone back for that penalty. Wicklow should really be looking to push this into the corner.
I think Wicklow really need to play smart here. We need to get a couple of points on that board if we possibly can. We're in the perfect area to get it, so I think we just need to be a little bit patient. I know we don't have much time left, but...
1 minute.
But even a converted try in this, the last minute, would be worth a bonus point.
It would.
Belvedere, I think, are going to be happy just to get out of here with the victory.
Yeah.
And it does show the enormous strides that Wicklow Rugby has taken in the past 14 months.
Yeah, it's been such a journey, like starting AIL last season. It's an unrecognisable team out there, to be fair. And a lot of the girls are the same girls that we had out last season. Just, I guess, the experience of last season, we've brought it into this season. We're not as scared going in against the teams with the big names and the people on the pitch that we know their names from playing international and Leinster level. So it's great to be able to get out there and actually play against them and learn a bit from them.
Line out call.
Well, it won't be long before other sides are learning from Wicklow, I'd say.
Yeah, we have a few people sneaking into the Leinster squad there, and some Irish call-ups too.
Yeah, Greg McWilliams, of course, doing a fine job with the Irish team. And he'll certainly be watching the highlights packages at least. Still advantage to Wicklow, but instead they drive it on. They'd love to finish this game with a try. They'd love to finish it with a bonus point. Shipping it across the back line. And O'Reilly, super pass back in.
Really good work to keep the ball alive there and stay in touch.
Only a metre or two short. And they're looking now to their forwards to just make that extra penalty opportunity as well. Ball going out to the forwards again. Making some ground. The referee's going back, no advantage there. And we're now probably in time added on. And they go quickly. And it's a try for Wicklow.
Lovely try.
You can hear the cries on the sideline. Well, that's been coming for a while, and they deserve that try.
Lovely work there from the girls.
That's super work. Try scorer?
I didn't actually see who went down. I think it could have been Nisha.
Well, that's a super try. And that now gives the opportunity for the conversion. And the conversion could bring Wicklow a bonus point, which in terms of the league table and the top 4 qualification could be absolutely vital. You said your last 2 games were against?
Galwegians and Suttonians.
2 tough games.
Yeah, definitely. It was an absolute dogfight, but we were very lucky to come away on top there. Galwegians was a game that we were quite nervous going into, to be honest.
unfortunately just
short
misses.
there, yeah.
But that
Final whistle there.
so I was going to say, that just shows when the team actually didn't panic and they just kept to their plan and they kept persevering through, they made that breakthrough.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was good to see.
Well, here is that try, taken quickly, but they knew what they wanted to do.
Cueva Malloy in with it there.
And that was a great crashing through.
Definitely.
And that's a super game of rugby. 17-8 is the final score. Old Belvedere record the victory. They'll take the 4 points for the win. Wicklow just falling that one kick short of a bonus point that they did deserve. It's been a fabulous game of rugby here today at Ollie Campbell Park. We'll leave you now with the highlights of the game.
Well done. Cheers, guys.
And as the two teams come to shake hands, they both know they have been in, and I think the word was used in the last minute of play, a dogfight. An absolute arm wrestle of a game.
Yeah, 100%.
And I feel that with a bit more clinical play, Wicklow, a few less mistakes, few letting the ball bounce, a few less forward passes and knock-ons, you'd certainly be challenging top 2, not top 4. You're not far
definitely.
off.
If we had a little bit more time left in that match, I say it could have been a different outcome, but it just took us a little bit to wake up, I think, which is a bit unfortunate, but great to see the score, good scoreline. I don't think it reflects how hard Wicklow actually worked today, but it's a good score, especially compared to last year that I keep referring back to, but it's amazing to see the improvement in the girls, and everyone's so proud of them, so it's great to see it.
No, it was an absolutely amazing match. And you would, like you say, compared to last season, you wouldn't even know that the same team. And, just shows great things for the future.
Yeah.
So, onwards and upwards
Exactly.
for both teams.
Well, last season it was a 63-point differential. This year it's just 9 points, and that shows the strides forward that Wicklow are taking, and that is absolutely fabulous. It's been a great game of rugby here, Ollie Campbell Park, AIL, Energia League. And we wish Wicklow the very best in their hunt for the top 4 position. Emma, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thanks a mil for having me. It's great to be here.
You'd rather be out there playing, though, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Everybody says that. Everybody
Yeah.
comes in here on crutches.
Oh, yeah. It's so difficult not to be out there, but sure, look, at least I can be doing this while I'm injured, so.
Well, thank you very much for joining us today. And James, thank you. You enjoyed your debut?
I did. It's nice to be next to two people who actually have some knowledge of the game, in-depth knowledge, but it was a very enjoyable experience. And, and thank you very much.
Well, there you go. As the teams leave the park, we'll now leave you in the commentary box. And thank you very much for joining us here on Old Belvedere Women's YouTube. And our next game, I suspect, is in a couple of weeks' time. 2 more rounds of the round robin, and then the top 4 playoffs, semi-final and final. That's the end of the club's season then, isn't it? Then we go into provincials and internationals?
Yeah, I believe so. Just after Christmas, so everything else will kick off again.
Did you watch the World Cup final this morning?
No, I couldn't get out of bed for it. To be honest.
The most honest appraisal I've heard so far.
I could have lied and said, yeah, but...
Well, I was up bright and early to see the Red Roses fall to the Silver Ferns, sending off in the 19th minute, making a huge difference to the game. But what an advert for women's rugby that was. 45,000 at Eden Park. Saw New Zealand lift the trophy. Slightly less than 45,000 here today, but certainly to be counted in, I'd almost say, a couple of hundred.
Yeah. A lot of people around from both sides.
So great to see, and great to see them down here supporting women's rugby. We'd like to thank Niall, our producer, director, and all-round technical expert, and our camera people, who seem to have abandoned their posts now, and quite rightly so. Thanks to Old Belvedere for hosting us, and we'll see you again in a couple of weeks. Stay tuned and keep an eye on the Old Belvedere YouTube channel. So from me, Craig, Emma and James, thank you very much for your company this afternoon.
them back on. They're two impressive players.
Stormers of games.
Yeah, they're both amazing games as well. Claire, some
they both have wheels. They both have speed to burn.
And Alice as well, after being off for so long, seeing her on the pitch too. It's fantastic. Three different players who are off with injury and they're all back. So
love to see it.
Strong side as always.
Bigger, better, stronger, faster.
Yeah.
He's getting stuck in there anyway. Yeah. He just had his post-match interview.
He is. He's so cute.
Every used car has a story. At Windsor Certified, all ours have a happy ending. Buy used with confidence. Windsor, drive happy.
We want to get to know the cameraman. Oh no! We want to get to know the cameraman behind the lens. Johnny, different role for you today. How did you find it? Cold. You alright? Claire Gorman, don't run away from me. Come here to me now. You break that camera. Jerry Black. Not Squeal, get Devlin out for Titty Car. Couple of buckles. Put us to talk to you, Jerry Black. It's not the mood to write to August in the camera. August done with the Sonny Bill Williams moment. How did he? Yeah, we loved it.
No, do not encourage.
Oh, do not encourage. Okay, we get to it. Your protein shake is wrong here. I'm Katie Whelan. So, give us a shout out. Give the Loom Man a shout out.
No.
Here's part three of my Loom Man story. So I am the inventor of the bicycle loom band. Thanks. Emma Kelly. We love to see it now, Emma. Tell me what's in your protein shaker.
It's actually a coffee cup.
Go on, give us the content. Oh well, that doesn't look appetizing. What does? I am. Guys, we're live. We're still live at the moment. Donna, any words from you? No. We're still live, lads. Okay. Rachel, any words from you now?
Final words. No final words.
Guys, we're still live. We're still live.
Take it off a minute.
Neve, we're going to put you in the lockup. Slacker, can you take me for a timeout, please? Still live. We're live now here in Ollie Campbell.
Ollie Campbell Park.
Ollie Campbell back. Oh, you Donnelly, come here to me now.
I met up for last week.
You what?
I met up for last week.
Give a high five. Give a high five.
See you, right. Talk to
Tillykins! Tilly, is this your dog? Now you're live and your dog's live too. Any words to say after that game, Tilly?
No. What's your dog called?
What's your dog called? Leslie, do the interview.
The game. He wants to get on the play. You liked it? He's not saying much. But
He's not saying much, but you know what? I don't think much has to be said.
yes. Yeah, I agree. Thank you very much.
Oh, hello, how are you? Good. Now, this is live. This is live, okay? I know. Okay, everything is still live, okay? So just, we're still live.
Hey, put your record on.
Yeah? Let's get some content of Bosco. Bosco, do some tricks.
Excuse me. Do a trick. No, he wants to dig a hole.
Bosco. I wonder how many people we have
watching the dogs?
No, tuned in at the minute.
Okay, no. Okay. Algorithm's really messed up now for the whole thing. It's going to be like on dog YouTube.
I know. Now we've got... Here we are live.
Live.
What?
No. Protein shakes?
Yes. Oh, we're going to get flagged. Going. Oh my God.
Show him the dogs. Turn it off.
We don't turn it off. It's just never ending. Hey, no.
Welcome to the camera woman. The camera woman.
No, I've already been exposed.
Or naughty.
Oh my God, all the wires. I'm actually getting in so much trouble.
The sound is on.
Ginger hair is
watching it.
23! Well, you know what? All you 23 people, we much appreciate. Yeah. Any comments coming through? When's our next live stream?
Any questions?
Send in any questions.
We'll be happy to answer.
Yeah. Ash, you're on comments.
There's no comments.
There's no comments. Any questions? Amazing fight. I agree.
That's Tori.
Thank you, Tori. Shout out to Tori. Also, Granny and Grandad, if you're still watching, if you're able to work the smart TV, hello.
Oh.
I think I'm better behind the camera, Britt.
Oh, but you ready? Go on.
He's got it.
Oh. How do we actually turn this thing off?
I actually don't know. Okay, guys, thanks for tuning in. Great game. We'll see you in a few weeks' time.
Be brave, be bold,
be brave, be bold, be Balbo.